About 2/3 of the prophecies of Nostradamus have already come to fruition. That's why people keep looking to them for truth.
Nostradamus successfully predicted countless historical events, but his most terrifying predictions are those that have yet to come.
That was his primary purpose, was to let people know what was going to happen. If you have warnings, you can do something about it.
The year 2025 promises to be a year of great upheaval. Among these changes, there is an invisible arrangement, something that makes people fall silent and reflect. Nostradamus, the famous French prophet, is predicting things that have already happened and are about to unfold. His seemingly vague and cryptic verses now eerily align with reality, causing many to take notice. Looking back through history, we cannot deny the strange accuracy of his prophecies. Nostradamus's predictions have always astonished the world with their chilling precision. From the assassination of President Kennedy, the atomic bombs dropped on Japan, to the September 11th terrorist attacks, many significant events in America were foretold in his mysterious verses. Most recently, his prophecy about President Joe Biden stepping down and transferring power to Vice President Kamala Harris, and the return of Donald Trump, has once again reinforced Nostradamus's reputation as one of humanity's greatest seers. His verses are no longer just stories of the past. They seem to be signals of a future ahead. If you think this is just a coincidence, think again. Nostradamus didn't just predict the present, he also left behind far more alarming prophecies for the future, especially for 2025. In a letter to his son, Nostradamus wrote, "Plague, famine, and war, along with floods, will continue to occur from now until the appointed time. Before and after these events, humanity will be so weakened that no one will want to take over the fields." Today, we will explore some of Nostradamus's most notable predictions for 2025. These predictions include the return of Donald Trump, natural disasters, political conflicts, war in Europe, changes in the British royal family, shifts in China, epidemics, droughts, economic collapse, and the rise of technology. But that's not all. Amidst these challenges, Nostradamus also left behind a glimmer of hope for humanity. What you're about to hear will unfold a picture full of surprises and challenges for the future. Each line from this prophet makes us wonder, are we truly ready to face what's coming? Brace yourselves, because these events might completely change the way you view your own future. Michel de Nostradamus, better known as Nostradamus, was born in 1503 in France. He grew up in a devout Christian family and was deeply influenced by Roman Catholic traditions, which were the dominant religion at the time. Throughout his life, Nostradamus held a strong faith in God, something he often referenced in his works. In his famous book, Les Prophecies, Nostradamus stated that his visions of the future were guided by God. He also believed that his prophecies were in line with what had been revealed in the Book of Revelation, the final book of the Bible. The prophecy about President Biden's future, Nostradamus, made a strange prediction about the condition of President Joe Biden. In Century 10, Quatrain 85, he wrote, "The old tribune on the point of trembling, he will be pressed not to deliver the captive, the will, non-will, speaking the timid evil, to deliver to his friends lawfully." The phrase old tribune is understood as referring to an aging leader, which fits President Joe Biden, who is the oldest person to ever hold this office in U.S. history. The first line, "on the point of trembling," suggests Biden's weakened health and the immense pressure he faces while leading a superpower. The next line, "he will be pressed not to deliver the captive," refers to the pressure Biden faces in maintaining his power, while signs of his age and health force him to struggle internally between continuing or stepping down. The final line, "to deliver to his friends lawfully," is interpreted as the legal transfer of power to Kamala Harris, whom he chose as vice president. This quatrain not only accurately describes President Biden's psychological state, but also predicts a crucial political milestone in U.S. history: Trump's re-election, Nostradamus's warnings. Nostradamus also made several notable predictions about the future of American politics, particularly if Donald Trump were to be re-elected in 2024. In Century 1, Quatrain 24, he wrote, "At the new city, he is thoughtful to condemn. The bird of prey offers himself to the gods. After victory, he pardons his captives. At Cremona and Mantua, great hardships will be suffered." This verse seems to reference a powerful figure in the big city of America, likely Washington, D.C. or New York. Analysts believe the bird of prey metaphor may symbolize Trump, a powerful and controversial leader. Nostradamus also warns that great hardships will follow this person's victory, particularly in areas referred to as Cremona, possibly California, and Mantua, New Jersey, where there could be significant natural disasters such as earthquakes. Potential disruptions. If Trump returns to the White House, Nostradamus also predicted controversial actions and events that could occur if Trump were re-elected, including breaking agreements. In Century 1, Quatrain 57, Nostradamus wrote, "The trumpet shakes with great discord, an agreement broken lifting the face to heaven." The phrase, "the trumpet," is widely associated with Donald Trump. He is depicted as someone who breaks agreements and causes significant discord. In reality, during his first term, Trump withdrew the U.S. from major agreements and organizations like the Paris Climate Agreement, the Iran nuclear deal, JCPOA, and threatened America's role in NATO. If re-elected, he might continue to break additional international agreements, stricter immigration policies. Trump had previously implemented strict immigration policies, and he declared that, if re-elected, he would expel millions of immigrants and increase border control forces. Nostradamus hints that such policies would lead to a deep divide within American society. A war with China. Nostradamus wrote about a fierce naval battle with the Red Foe, which many interpret as the Chinese Communist Party. Tensions in the South China Sea and over Taiwan are escalating, and a military confrontation could occur if the U.S. decides to block China's rise. A major earthquake in the U.S. Nostradamus also warns of a large earthquake on the east coast of the United States, with fire from the center of the earth shaking cities like New York and Washington, D.C. If this occurs, it would be a catastrophic disaster affecting millions of people. 2025 starts with storms. Do you remember the images of the superstorms that once devastated major cities in the U.S.? Just in the past few years, we've witnessed the devastating power of storms, leaving consequences that are beyond measure. But if Nostradamus' prophecy is correct, what we've seen so far is only the beginning. At the end of winter 2024 and the beginning of spring 2025, humanity may face an unprecedented superstorm in history. In Century 9, Quatrain 48, Nostradamus wrote, "The great city of the vast ocean, surrounded by swamps transparent. At the solstice and the spring, it will be tested by a terrifying wind." The great city of the vast ocean refers to a major city in the United States. Coastal cities like New York, Miami, or Los Angeles, home to millions of people, skyscrapers, and major economic centers, are at high risk. With their special vulnerability to natural disasters, powerful storms like nor'easters on the East Coast could become the worst nightmare. From December to March, this superstorm could appear with fierce winds and torrential rains, flooding coastal areas, destroying infrastructure, and paralyzing the lives of millions. Heavy snow, floodwaters spilling into neighborhoods, and powerful winds could isolate cities for long periods. Nostradamus' warning is not just a reminder, but an opportunity for us to prepare. Can we withstand this challenge, or will we be overwhelmed by the terrifying winds as the prophet predicted? The answer depends on how humanity faces the inevitable. Next comes war. In October 2024, the sky was lit up by the light of Comet C, 2023 A3, a rare phenomenon after millennia. Many were eager to admire its beauty, but others worried. Could this be just a natural wonder, or does it carry a forewarning of terrible events, as Nostradamus had once described? In Century 2, Quatrain 43, Nostradamus wrote, When the comet appears with its long tail, 3 princes will become enemies. A blow from the sky, the earth will shake. Borders will be drowned in seas of blood. The 3 great princes are Trump, Putin, and Xi Jinping. The United States, Russia, and China are in intense geopolitical conflicts. The war between Russia and Ukraine continues. NATO has ramped up military aid, while tensions are escalating in the Middle East with the Israel-Iran conflict. In Asia, China is intensifying its aggression in the South China Sea, and North Korea remains an unpredictable threat. Imagine the scenario for 2025, a world filled with instability, where conflicts no longer stay within borders. Wars will not only be fought on land, but will extend to the skies, oceans, and even cyberspace. With advanced weapons like hypersonic missiles, drones, and AI-controlled systems, modern warfare will be not just a human confrontation, but a battle of technology. 7 strategic flashpoints that could erupt into naval conflicts: South China Sea and Southeast Asia, Turkey and Syria, Indian Ocean, Mediterranean, Persian Gulf, the Davis Strait, Libya, and Egypt. Nostradamus' prophecies don't stop at conflicts. He warns of a world overwhelmed by chaos. A blow from the sky, the earth will shake. This phrase evokes the image of a high-tech war, where hypersonic missiles and nuclear weapons play a decisive role. The involvement of artificial intelligence, AI, in military decisions is emerging as a new and dangerous factor. When AI is given control over weapons, even a small error or miscalculation could lead to a global disaster. Such a war would not be confined to the conflict zones, but could spread to major cities like New York, Washington, D.C., or military bases across the oceans. Peace is a fragile thread, easily broken by ambition and conflict. If these wars occur, they could completely reshape the world order. But in the chaos, Nostradamus also predicts that only the virtuous, those who maintain faith and patience, will survive. Can we avoid disaster? Or is this a trial period leading humanity into a new glorious era? The answer depends on how we face the present. The next prediction is about the appearance of extraterrestrials. According to Nostradamus' prophecies, many modern analysts interpret his mysterious descriptions of a creature from the sky as a reference to the emergence of extraterrestrial beings. Researchers have decoded these lines and linked them to the theory that humanity may soon experience official contact with life beyond Earth. If this event occurs as predicted, it would be a groundbreaking moment in both science and philosophy. The arrival of aliens could bring humanity unparalleled knowledge of technology and astronomy, while also unveiling new perspectives on civilizations that may have existed thousands of years before us. This encounter could even spark a revolution in human consciousness, fundamentally altering our understanding of our place in the universe. These predictions not only stir the imagination, but also raise deep questions about how we, as a species, will respond to this reality. Will we be able to integrate and learn from these alien civilizations? Or will these encounters push us into unforeseen challenges and dangers? Interestingly, Nostradamus also foresaw a time when the existence of extraterrestrial life would no longer be a mystery, but confirmed on a global scale. This revelation could occur in 2025. The presence of aliens could become so undeniable that governments and respected media outlets will officially announce that extraterrestrials are real, affirming that humanity is not alone in the universe. Governments may stop hiding the truth they've long known. These reports will be widely verified and dominate the headlines of major news outlets. For the first time in history, humanity will have to confront the indisputable reality of extraterrestrial beings. The world will face profound changes, not only in terms of knowledge, but also in how we perceive ourselves in a universe far grander than we ever imagined. The next prediction: terrifying earthquakes. Following 2025, we will face another major threat: powerful earthquakes. Nostradamus once wrote in Century 1, Quatrain 87, "Fire from the heart of the earth will shake around the new city. 2 great rocks will fight for a long time, and Arethusa will stain the new river red. The phrase New City has been widely interpreted as referring to New York or Washington, D.C. These cities, symbols of strength and modern development, could become the epicenter of a massive earthquake in the future. Nostradamus doesn't just mention earthquakes, but also refers to fire from the heart of the earth, evoking images of volcanic eruptions or tectonic movements. The east coast of the United States, often considered geologically stable, holds a hidden risk. The harder bedrock here means seismic waves can travel much farther, causing potentially more severe damage than in other parts of the world. Imagine New York, a city always bustling with lights and crowds, suddenly shaken by powerful tremors, skyscrapers swaying, bridges collapsing, and the entire transportation system grinding to a halt. The shockwaves could travel hundreds of miles, causing destruction not only in the U.S., but also in neighboring regions. Many believe that animals can sense minor changes in their environment before an earthquake happens. If you notice unusual behavior in birds, dogs, or even insects, it might be a sign that we need to prepare. Interestingly, Nostradamus linked this earthquake with other significant events: global war, financial crises, and the appearance of a comet. The comet appeared in October this year, and if war breaks out as predicted, it's highly likely that this superquake will occur in 2025. Nostradamus continued his warning in Century 3, Quatrain 3. In the depths of Asia, one will say the earth trembles. This is a prophecy of another earthquake, with the epicenter deep within Asia. This region, which lies at the intersection of tectonic plates, could experience powerful tremors, stretching from the Himalayas to Southeast Asia. No one can stop nature, and Nostradamus's warnings serve as a reminder that we must remain vigilant. By observing unusual signs, from animal behavior to geological alerts, and always staying prepared for the unexpected, we can mitigate the damage we face. Nostradamus also warned that major earthquakes could occur in the city of Rome, Italy, during this period. Will the earthquake predicted by Nostradamus happen? Will fire from the heart of the earth truly destroy the new city? Share your thoughts and continue following to explore more insights from this prophecy. Prophecies about the British royal family. Nostradamus, the great prophet of the world, left behind a cryptic quatrain that is believed to predict the future of King Charles III and the British royal family in the upcoming years. Under analysis by experts, these verses reveal a period of turmoil, not only for the royal family, but also for the entire United Kingdom. Century 5, Quatrain 19. The great royal one of gold, augmented by brass, the agreement broken, war opened by a young man. People afflicted because of a lamented chief, the land will be covered with barbarian blood. The British royal family, gold on the outside, brass on the inside. The first line, the great royal one of gold, augmented by brass, refers to the British royal family. The golden exterior symbolizes the grandeur of the monarchy, but the brass within suggests a dynasty that has weakened over time. Though the monarchy still plays a symbolic role and is seen as a center of national unity, its actual power today is largely ceremonial. The governing of the country is entirely in the hands of the Prime Minister and Parliament, alongside the influence of financial interest groups. Recent controversies surrounding Prince Harry and criticisms of outdated traditions have raised doubts about the real role of the monarchy in modern society. Internal conflicts further reveal cracks in the image of a monarchy once revered. The young ascends and the breaking of agreements, the agreement broken, war opened by a young man. Nostradamus warns of a young figure, possibly Prince William or Harry, ascending the throne after King Charles III. When this happens, some important agreements will be broken, leading to war. Could this broken agreement relate to geopolitical issues like Brexit or international military alliances? Nostradamus seems to predict that the United Kingdom will face significant conflicts during this time. King Charles III and a great loss. People afflicted because of a lamented chief. This line refers to the passing of a leader who will be deeply mourned, most likely King Charles III. While he is in good health at the moment, his age and past health history cannot be overlooked. His departure would leave a huge void in the hearts of the British people, as he is not only a king, but also a symbol of stability and traditional values. As a defender of the environment and promoter of humanitarian values, King Charles III has won the affection of many. His loss would not only cause emotional pain, but also social instability within the royal family. Climate chaos. We have already witnessed how climate change has caused severe problems, from droughts to floods. While 2024 may face large storms and floods, 2025 will bring severe droughts, with many places suffering from a critical water shortage. However, Nostradamus suggests that the worst is yet to come. In century 1 to 17, he wrote, "The dry land will become more barren, and there will be great floods." This prophecy not only describes isolated events, but also warns of a global trend. Areas that were already dry will become even more arid, while wet areas will be flooded. Nostradamus specifically warns that the southern regions will bear the brunt of the drought, with water resources becoming increasingly scarce. Droughts and floods could occur simultaneously in the same country. Think about the storms that have devastated the southern US, or the historic floods in Europe and Asia. This is not just a warning, it is a call to action. We need to prepare better for natural disasters. Famine and inflation. Nostradamus not only predicted natural disasters, but also warned of a major food crisis. In century 167, he wrote, "A great famine that I sense is approaching will occur in various regions, spreading across the world. It will last for a long time and be so severe that people will dig up roots to eat and steal from mothers' breasts." Does this sound familiar? Recall the COVID-19 pandemic, when global food supply chains were disrupted. Now, with climate change, wars, and economic crises, the risk of food shortages is becoming ever more real. Famine not only causes significant loss of life, but also sparks social conflicts. Rising food prices, coupled with inflation, will push millions into extreme poverty. Famine doesn't just destroy the body, it erodes the spirit of humanity. Economic pressure leads to family breakdowns, while crime rates rise due to sheer desperation. Social movements begin to swell, with people demanding government intervention to address the scarcity. History never forgets to repeat itself. The Renara China. In his shocking prophecies about 2025, Nostradamus mentioned a country that will play a major role in reshaping the world order. Many believe that this country is China, a nation that has rapidly asserted its position on the international stage. Will this rise bring opportunities or new threats to the world? In recent decades, China has become one of the largest economies in the world, playing a crucial role in global technology, military, and politics. From the Belt and Road Initiative to infrastructure projects in Africa and Southeast Asia, China is gradually creating a global network of economic and political influence. The South China Sea is considered a strategic center not only for China, but for the world. With vast oil and gas reserves and important shipping routes, the South China Sea has become a region that China is determined to control. Tensions between China and Southeast Asian nations have been escalating, especially as China continues to build artificial islands and militarize reefs in the South China Sea. The US and Western allies such as Japan and Australia have repeatedly sent warships to challenge China's territorial claims, increasing the risk of military conflict. China's rise is not limited to Asia, but has far-reaching effects worldwide. Experts believe that China is pushing for a new world order, where Western principles like democracy and free trade are challenged by China's values and development model. In recent years, China has made significant investments in advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence, 5G, and renewable energy. It has also strengthened its military power, modernizing its navy and developing new weapons like hypersonic missiles. However, China's rise does not come without risks. Nostradamus warned of internal conflicts that could destabilize the foundation of this powerful nation. We are reminded that, if you sacrifice yourself to help those who are hungry and satisfy the needs of the oppressed, then your light will shine in the darkness, and your night will become like midday. When natural disasters and calamities occur, it is not the time to close our eyes or ears out of fear. It is during these times that humanity must open its heart to hear the divine will, to recognize the signs that God is sending us. The Bible often speaks of famine as a punishment, a sign of the end times, or a test of humanity's faith. These prophecies about famine are not just warnings about material scarcity, but reminders of the consequences of drifting away from God and the need to maintain steadfast faith in all circumstances. The prophecy about AI, the smart machines and the ghosts of the future. Imagine a world where machines not only follow commands, but can think for themselves and make decisions. Nostradamus seemed to have foreseen this scenario, as he mentioned intelligent systems capable of understanding and controlling humans. Today, AI is gradually bringing that prophecy to life, from common applications like ChatGPT to advanced self-learning systems. But as technology advances, it also becomes a double-edged sword. Dependence and the erosion of creative thinking. AI makes life easier, but it also makes humans lazy and dependent, weakening our ability for creative thought. While AI can help with complex tasks, over-reliance on it might stifle innovation, as more individuals lean on machines rather than using their own intellect. Crisis of social trust. With the ability to create fake news and manipulate information, AI can undermine societal foundations and threaten global stability. The potential for AI to be misused for political or ideological purposes is immense. Manipulating public opinion and controlling information flow could lead to social unrest, distrust, and conflict on a global scale. The military arms race. Countries are now in an arms race to develop AI for military advantage. Imagine a world where AI controls weapons of mass destruction, such as nuclear bombs. One small mistake in programming or a malfunction could lead to a global catastrophe, just as Nostradamus warned about fire from the sky and the earth trembling. Nostradamus's prophecies are not just warnings, but also reminders of humanity's responsibility to control technology. Will AI lead us to a bright future, or will it push humanity to the brink of extinction? It's a question we must grapple with as AI becomes more powerful and pervasive. As we stand at the crossroads of technological innovation, we must ask ourselves, can we escape the disasters Nostradamus envisioned, or are we caught in an inescapable cycle of human hubris and technological overreach? What do you think about this prophecy? Is AI a harbinger of hope or a potential threat that we must carefully control? Share your thoughts as we continue to explore the implications of these ancient predictions in our modern world. The Age of Hope Nostradamus not only warned us about disasters, but also offered hope, suggesting that after the calamities, a new era would begin, what he referred to as the Golden Age. In a letter to his son, Nostradamus wrote, "And now that we are in a republican era, with Almighty God's aid, and before completing its full cycle, the monarchy will return, then the Golden Age. For according to the celestial signs, the Golden Age shall return, and after all calculations, with the world near to an all-encompassing revolution." This prophecy hints at a time of renewal after the challenges and struggles of the present. Nostradamus speaks of the return of monarchy, which may symbolize a resurgence of order, stability, and perhaps traditional values. But more importantly, he envisions a golden age, a time of peace, prosperity, and harmony, ushered in with divine assistance, and after the world has gone through a transformative revolution. The key message from Nostradamus and other prophetic voices is that the disasters and turmoil humanity faces are often linked to moral failings. Only through awakening, repentance, and steadfast faith in the Almighty can we overcome these trials. This message resonates deeply with many who believe that true redemption and the dawn of a new, better age can only come through spiritual renewal and personal transformation. As we reflect on Nostradamus's predictions for 2025, we must consider both the challenges and the opportunities they present. Will these events unfold as he foresaw, or are they merely a reflection of our deepest fears and hopes? The idea of a golden age following a time of crisis offers us a powerful message of resilience and the potential for renewal. What do you think about Nostradamus's vision of the future? Do you believe that after the hardships we face, a better world can emerge? Share your thoughts and join us as we continue to explore the mysteries of what lies ahead. We look forward to hearing your insights. Thank you for accompanying us on this journey through the intriguing prophecies of Nostradamus. Your feedback is invaluable, and we hope to continue uncovering the secrets of the future together.